Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for Weird Frequencies. Broadcasting live from a bunker deep down under a cornfield somewhere in south central Illinois. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Weird Frequencies. Dun, dun, dun. So,
a rare Friday night show.
Yes, it's a special show. Let me see. I'm trying to get this mic adjusted here.
We might want to be down in them bunkers today.
Yeah, maybe. So tonight on Weird Frequencies, we're gonna break down. I'm getting my mic volume adjusted here. Sorry, the last show I was really loud. All right, so that's much better. Okay, tonight on Weird Frequencies. Let's face it, this is huge. What more? I mean, you've seen it all over probably the internet today, but tonight, we may have witnessed one of the biggest UFO disclosure events in modern American history today.
The start of it anyway.
Yep.
Yeah.
Earlier today, the Trump administration released a massive batch of declassified UAP or UFO files to the public. I still call them UFOs. I hate this UAP thing, but whatever. So they release photos, they release videos, they release military reports, they release government documents, they even material connected to the Apollo moon missions. Now, before we go full X-Files tonight, let's stay grounded like the show does and separate some of the facts from the hype right away. Despite what social media is already screaming out there. I mean, I know I have a bunch of crazy stuff in my algorithm, so I'm just seeing this nonstop stuff about it. I don't know. Are you guys too?
Yeah.
Everywhere. Yeah. I mean, it's, made pretty big news, obviously, but let's stay grounded. Let's separate the facts from the hype right away. Despite, what everybody's saying, the government did not officially confirm aliens. Welcome. A whole bunch of people just dropped in. Welcome, you guys. Okay, so we're going to dive deep into these alien files, but the government did not officially confirm aliens today. But what they did confirm is still shocking. For decades, the official attitude towards UFOs was ridicule, right? If pilots saw something strange, it stayed quiet. If military personnel reported anomalies, their careers could suffer, literally. I mean, these pilots, they fly these billion-dollar machines. They're, and they have to go through all this training to do this and get paid a lot of money. And they're not just going to, make these claims and put their whole career in jeopardy. And military guys too. But, today the U.S. government openly admitted something very different. Some aerial phenomena tracked by military systems remains unexplained. Not debunked, not weather balloons, not camera glitches, unresolved. And that changes the conversation forever. One of the biggest revelations from today's release is the sheer scale of the files. More than 160 documents, reports, photos, videos were reportedly released from the Pentagon, FBI, NASA, and intelligence archives. That means that these investigations were far more extensive than the public was previously told. All right. Another huge story tonight involves the Apollo era material. According to unreleased reports, the astronauts during the Apollo missions documented strange luminous objects and unexplained visual phenomena near the moon. And, they lied to us about it. So that's hard. That's one big thing for me that just sticks out right away. But, does that prove extraterrestrials? No, though, right?
No.
It does prove these incidents were taken seriously enough to document, classify, and preserve for decades. And maybe the biggest takeaway tonight is this: the government is no longer denying that the phenomenon, they're no longer denying this phenomenon itself. So, anyone out there who's like, oh, I don't believe in UFOs or whatever, I got news for you. The government's, go ahead, Connie.
They finally admitted it.
Yeah, they've admitted it. And, it's a thing now. And
Yep.
They're no longer denying it. So the Pentagon has now dedicated, the Pentagon has a dedicated UAP investigation office. Pilots are encouraged to report encounters. Military sensor systems are actively tracking anomalous objects right now. And that alone, would have sounded insane like 10 years ago, right? Just saying all that stuff. But here's where things get interesting. If these objects are not foreign adversaries and they're not conventional aircraft, then what are we looking at? Advanced black budget technology? Unknown, unknown atmospheric phenomena, demons, artificial intelligence, drones, something just non-human. That's where, it's like Bubba said earlier, it's the beginning of the disclosure. That's where the speculation is just beginning now. So from what they've given us.
So like what else is yet to be disclosed?
Yeah. And supposedly in the next few weeks are going to be more and more disclosures. There's rumor that this is the disclosure light version and that they're still arguing over what to really release in the next few weeks. But tonight we're going to dive into all of it. Connie's done some reading into it already. She's been studying it all day. She's got some stuff to tell us, but because if you believe in extraterrestrials or not, today officially marked the end of the era where the government pretended there was nothing to investigate.
Right.
Well, welcome to Weird Frequencies, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Can I get some applause? We're going to go ahead and take our flowers now and just,
right.
And take and do our little walk around the red carpet or whatever and do a little twirl. Because tonight, we're going to dive into this. And, we were right. We've been telling you guys this for a while anyway, so. And anyhow, but tonight we're going to follow the signal. It's going to be quick. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time. It's late, we know, and we still got another show to do Sunday, and we're going to be more prepared for that one. But we just had to do this tonight. No, we didn't have a choice. So, all right. So let's open the files. So, Connie, let's first before I go ahead and continue. Tell me what you dove into so far and what you were, saying about how there is some evidence of alien contact in there.
Well, yeah, the first one that I've read, the very first file, which has 184 pages.
That's all.
Yeah, just that's all.
The first one, yeah.
And it was supposedly about a woman who wrote a letter to Hoover. Her name was Mrs. Levy Dow, and this was in August of '66. She was a member of the National Investigation Committee on Aerial Phenomenon.
Wow.
And she received something from this. It was called Amalgamated Flying Saucer Club of America.
Mm-hmm.
She just didn't want to be affiliated with him because she was considering it to be more communistic than anything. But the interview was with a guy named Bob Renaud, and his first contact was in '61 by radio transmission, but the one that they have written down here was in '66.
I know that name.
Where he said the transmission was from a Kalen Raton from the head of the planet Corindor. But mainly what they were talking about was they was worried more about what was going on with Vietnam at the time. How it was being handled, how peace wasn't being looked at, how all these influential people were basically twisting patriotism, the love of God and country, turning it into more like a fear, distrustful, and hating any type of peace. Um, they said that they spoke to the president, but he didn't want to do anything about it because he would be removed. They mentioned Kennedy, and now he died, basically because he wanted out of the control of the Pentagon and defense orientated industries, which I guess would be our black budgets. Um, there was a rumor that North Vietnam put in a bid for a peace, and it was just a rumor, but that rumor tanked our Dow. And because war is profitable, without it, our economy basically would crash. Uh,
Mhm.
People would lose jobs, like in World War One. Afterwards, the economy really wasn't doing very well, and they blamed some of the stock market crash on it.
Mhm.
So they created World War Two, not World War 11.
Hmm.
You're free, you they told us that you're afraid of communism because you were told to be afraid of it.
Mhm.
Money was to be made from advertising. If someone didn't like what was being printed, they just pull your advertisement, and then you lose your money for selling your product. What the aliens basically wanted was called universal economics, where all the money was pooled.
Now this is all just a story this guy's basically telling, right? So
Right. We don't know if it's true or not. You can take it and believe he could be somebody unstable.
right.
But he said all humans are created evil, or
What's up, Mike?
equal, and deserve the same as everyone else. But
Mhm.
money's the root of all evil.
So what about the radio transmissions you were talking about? They were
That
talking
this
back and
is
forth. Oh,
this
that's it.
is
Okay.
uh-huh. It
Uh-huh.
stated that the aliens that are here from this planet, and they are walking among us. They're a part of many other planets that don't get involved. They look like
Again, this is
us.
just what this guy's saying. If you're
Right.
just tuning in.
They look like us, and assuming, I guess, like an avatar form, since they said that the real bodies are only like 3 to 4 feet in height.
Mhm.
Um, they said that they have interfered with things, trying to control it, but they haven't said what they're interfered with. But what really got me about this was the thing with Vietnam and them being here. Maybe the hippies were right during Vietnam. It also says that acid opens the mind too, and
It's wild at the bottom to read those documents and see the photocopies of them, and at the bottom of them, they say things like, "This has been destroyed. This document has been destroyed," and things like that. That's pretty cool. But
I think
yeah,
anyway,
expands your mind too.
yeah,
so there's a lot of stuff in there, but I want to so I'm going to talk about what exactly is in there and what's not in there, and because there's so much, a lot of people are tuning in right now, and there's so much crazy talk on the internet. I hate to use that word, but a lot of it is crazy talk. So we want to weed through that right away and say, what's exactly in these files. It contains military reports, it contains radar data summaries, infrared imagery, pilot testimonies like what Connie was talking about, um, internal memos. It has intelligence communications. It has
yes,
archived investigative documents involving what the government now officially calls UAPs, unidentified and anomalous phenomena. But what it does not contain is little green men. And there's no
Yeah.
space brothers, just
Yeah.
objects. No, I'm saying what's
objects.
in this document. There's no yet or involved. There's no little green men in there. There's no
No.
space brothers in there. The objects or events, all, the things that are in here are objects and events that investigators could not fully identify. And a lot of
All we
these
know is
cases,
it's something.
Yeah,
It's
a lot of
Right.
these
something.
cases they do have explanations. A lot of them do. Even that's the thing. But and that part matters. But some of the released files clearly show that investigators ruled sightings to be weather balloons, birds, commercial aircraft, military drones, camera distortions, or sensor glitches. And that's important because if every case was unexplained, this entire thing would kind of lose credibility immediately, right? So
Right.
the
Well,
fact that
and
they're
and all that stuff you just listed,
Mhm,
it's all going to happen. There's all
mhm.
that stuff is going to be made. People are going to mistake that stuff for UFOs,
Right.
but that doesn't mean that
There
all
isn't any.
things are
Yeah. So with
listed
the
in that
fact that they're
category.
openly showing solved cases tells us the investigators are actually trying to debunk these sightings first, right? So, but then we get to the unresolved cases. This is where things are difficult to explain. Several incidents involve military pilots visually observing objects while radar systems track them simultaneously. And that's huge. And that's because it's one thing for the human eye to misinterpret something, right? But it's another thing when radar and infrared systems and trained pilots, you know, flying these $500,000 machines, uh, you know, report the same thing all at the same time. And that becomes harder to dismiss, right? So some
And
reports, go ahead.
sorry, you can't explain though. Something zooming at speeds faster than anything we
Yeah,
have. You
they
can't
Right.
say
can't,
that's a weather
Exactly.
balloon. You
they
can't say
can't
that's
explain that.
this or that.
That's
It's
right.
just
There's reports they describe exactly what you're saying. Objects with no visible propulsion, instant acceleration, you know,
speed and
uh,
doing 90-degree turns.
and
That
weird
nothing
like
we
heat
have that can do that.
signatures. Yeah, flight characteristics that don't match conventional aircraft
Well,
at
some of
all.
them is even the people like Hoover. Hoover said he saw two of them land, and he
Yeah.
wanted the FBI to investigate, and the FBI said, we don't do that.
So far, let's be very careful here. The files do not say alien spacecraft confirmed. The government is not claiming extraterrestrials. Everyone's calling them the alien files, literally. They're
Yeah.
not. He's
They're
saying they're
simply
releasing what they
UFO
have
files.
about aliens and UAPs, but they're saying this is what the government's saying. This is crazy. They're saying basically that we've observed something that we cannot fully explain. And Trump even put out a note today saying, we don't know what the hell these things are. Do you? Maybe you do. That's literally what his letter, his note was today. I don't know if you can find that, Bubba, like the statement that he made today about it, but it literally says something about, you know, he used the word hell. He's like, we don't know what the hell these things are. Maybe you do, isn't this fun? He said, or something like that.
Yeah, he did say that. And it's
Yeah.
like, no,
So no, it's not fun.
it's not fun.
People want to know where all this money went is being spent on these operations, these secret operations, and they want to know why we were lied to, about these space flights. We needed to know this information. I don't know. It doesn't seem right. But anyway, they're not claiming extraterrestrials. They're saying we observed something we just can't explain, and that's a big difference. So we want to make that clear, right? Another major area people are talking about tonight, though, involves the Apollo area material. Some transcripts and imagery reportedly reference strange luminous objects observed during moon missions. And again, this doesn't prove alien contact, but it does prove NASA astronauts documented unusual phenomena, and that those records were preserved, and they've been archived for decades. And that raises uncomfortable questions. If these were so meaningless, then why classify them at all? What I don't get it. Why are they even classified? Why, except to
Right.
we can't handle it, or I don't get it. But so let's talk about what's not in these files. because this is where the internet is drifting off into fantasy today. There's no confirmed alien autopsy photos. There's no verifiable bodies. There's no official statement saying Earth has been visited by another civilization. There's no evidence of reverse engineered alien spacecraft. No president has been briefed by aliens. Documents are in there yet, like Bubba said. That's one that could be coming though. Where we have a treaty with some aliens, but that's not in there. None of that's in there. What?
In our group chat, we have a video of what you were asking for.
Oh, of Trump's statement?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to find it. There it is. I don't see it. Oh, it's in there. Okay. All right. Here we go. Okay, give me 1 second.
With Framer, the things you design become
right after this commercial.
Framer feels like a design tool, but it ships fast
Got all
on
of that.
websites. You can start from scratch, import from Figma, or choose from thousands of free and premium templates. Framer's easy to learn. There's frames, text, and stacks. Find them.
We turn now to that big new release of UFO documents tonight. President Trump telling the public to have fun deciding for itself what's going on among
today with the Pentagon declassified dozens of
Showing
unidentified objects tracked by the U.S. military. This one from 2013 looks like a giant 8-pointed star seemingly floating in the air.
Now turn up a little.
Do you see any smoking gun there?
I don't see a smoking gun.
Stanford professor Gary Nolan has previously helped the U.S. government analyze UFO cache aboard the evidence.
Everything that is.
Today they released every fine. Tony.
Okay, I didn't see Trump anywhere.
He was talking about it at the very beginning.
Well, I wanted the speech, not some guy talking about it. Okay, anyway.
Sorry.
It's all right. We're talking about it. We don't need that guy to talk about it. I'm just playing. Except he's telling you a bunch of lies. No, just playing. I don't know who that was. I better shut up. Just kidding, buddy. I don't even know who you are. Just playing. This entire show is for entertainment purposes only. Okay. A lot of people still listen. Okay, so where were we? So basically, if someone online tells you otherwise, they're misreading the files. Or, if you're reading something else other than what we're telling you tonight, they're intentionally just hyping for clicks, right? Honestly, the truth is strange enough. Most of the important the most important revelation isn't that aliens were confirmed or not. It's that the U.S. government publicly admitted there are aerial phenomenon operating in restricted airspace, and they're being tracked by military systems, and it remains unresolved. So that changes the entire UFO conversation forever. Because for decades, the official position has been basically, oh, there's nothing here. Don't worry about it.
Right.
Nah, nothing to see here. Move along,
It's a weather balloon.
Yeah, it's a bird. Your camera's messing up there, little fella. Yeah, well, not anymore. The position now is there is something here.
Yes.
And we just don't know what it is. And that's historic. Right. And maybe the creepiest part of it all. So, or maybe the creepiest part of it all is that these files feel less like, the end of disclosure, but more like the beginning of it, doesn't it? Like you said, Baba.
Yeah.
It's not, this doesn't just, cancel anything saying it's all over. But yeah, there's supposed to be more release. And Anything else interesting, Connie, you could think about in there? Like any solid, crazy proof that just made you go, wow. I know there's a lot of stories in there, but
basically there were a lot of stories from a lot of, not crazy people, police
no, yeah, they're
officers
verified and they're in
and
FBI
military
files.
people, but the FBI really didn't want to say anything. Every time they reported, they'll just basically say, "Well, that's not our job. We don't investigate that stuff."
Uh-huh.
And then Hoover reports what he's done, and he gets mad and says, "Well, you should be doing something. Somebody should be doing something." And then when Hoover gets into the FBI and people are reporting stuff, he's saying the same thing. The FBI doesn't do that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It's kind of like, that doesn't make much sense, especially when everything is getting reported to the FBI, but they're not going to do anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that's nothing but lies.
Tyler drops it at the very end.
There he is.
I just got back from St. Louis.
Yeah, how was your trip?
Good, but not good. I had to go see a friend of mine.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's fine. We didn't even know the alien files were going to drop today.
Right. Yeah. Well, you got to take care of your own first. So.
Yeah, I literally had to even bail out on my own show tonight. So how'd it go tonight, Bubba? Okay.
You don't have a mic, Bubba. We lost you, Bubba.
What? You hear me now?
No, we hear you. We just don't hear Bubba.
We don't hear Bubba. It was a good show. Sage got shot in the eye.
Sorry.
You're back.
It went well.
So I haven't had a chance to listen, but what do you guys think of the UFO files?
Well, it's there's no, in full disclosure, I haven't read them. I was at work all day.
There's a picture there now. It's not a video, but it's a picture of his full comment.
Oh, just read it.
Okay, let me open it up. All right, he says, as for my promise to you, the Department of War has released the first trace of UFO/UAP files to the public for their review and study. In an effort to complete and maximum transparency, it was my honor to direct the administration to identify and provide government files related to alien and extraterrestrial life, unidentified aerial phenomena.
Jump down to the bottom where he says the part about, I don't know what the hell they are.
He says, people can decide for themselves what the hell is going on. Have fun and enjoy, President Donald J. Trump.
What does that mean? That means, dude, he don't even know. And why are these, I hate even saying something like this, but why are these operations going on and the president doesn't even know about them?
Well,
where do they get the money to do that and build these big labs and places and and use the secret money and then they don't tell the president about it. It's wild.
And I guess what they're saying too is this is just drop one.
Yes.
I don't think it's smart to not keep the president should know everything.
They say this is disclosure light. Yeah, exactly, Bubba, because he's running our country and we hired him.
Whether
he works Biden, for us,
whether it's Trump, whether it's whoever the hell it is, they should know everything.
All them people work for us. Even the people in them UFO, whatever they are, they work for us.
I think it's interesting, if you don't mind. There's one. So Apollo 17, that was our last moon mission. It was the last time we ever set foot on the moon.
Yeah. Yep.
From what we understood, they spotted some stuff interfered with their equipment.
And then they lied to us about it.
And I personally think the reason that America has not returned to the moon is because of the fact that they don't know who the hell or what the hell was messing with them on the moon.
You think that scared them a little? They were like, "Oh,
I think it did. I think it scared them a little."
Cool with that, maybe we'll just hang out down here on the Earth.
They also said during Apollo 12 too.
I bet you they shit their astronaut suits.
Well,
I mean, seriously, you know, you going up there would be scary enough as is, and then you got weird shit happening on top of it.
I remember a long time ago they said that they were up there and they saw like kind of like angelic flying beings. I mean, they weren't saying they were angels, but they were flowing like angel wings or whatever you want to call it. But you got to wonder, well, was that what they're seeing? Since we know now that they were seeing stuff.
Yep.
And apparently people are saying that this is just like the tip of the iceberg. Like Congressman Tim Burchett said, the best stuff's yet to come, and the stuff that it's gonna make you like question.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he also said that that Trump was battling against the people who are trying to withhold this information and trying to get more and more. And like this version was like the disclosure light, you know, kind of, and you know, these are what he got so far. And like some of the later stuff, you know, they're still arguing about right now. So
I like sending Connie a lot of videos of this stuff, and it doesn't even matter who's saying it or what. And I just think it's interesting to hear what people are saying, you know, whether you believe what they're saying or not, you know.
We don't know what's right or not.
It's crazy.
It could be true.
So here's the files. Let's see here. Yeah, there they are. And you can look through them and see all the pictures of the different flying objects. That drawing right there looks like it was done in some grade school class, though.
Was those others like that? Like
bro,
the actual
hold on. Can you go back?
Or? Can
you go back to that one that right there?
If this was on our show, we'd be like, no.
No.
Okay, I'm going to say right now, I know they're claiming that is a concept of what 2 or 3 FBI.
Yeah.
That looked like a fucking butt plug. I'm not fucking kidding.
It looked like a little kid made the graphic.
It really looked more like a blimp.
Here's all of the files are down here. You can basically just click on them and look through them. You can download this one. Load it up. These are the actual files, you know, signed even some of them. Yeah, they're fun to read. Even, you know, it's not like horrible like the Epstein files, right? Like, this stuff's interesting.
Right. It's like, oh, what's this?
Look at that. That's signed by J. Edgar Hoover.
Right.
And it says down at the bottom of some of these, like, hold on, if you go down a little farther. Like one of them says, like, this paper was destroyed on this day or something.
Yeah, it was destroyed, but then there it is.
Yeah.
It'd be cool though if you could get AI to somehow replace what's words have been redacted. Just to.
I bet you could. So, yeah, pretty cool though. Just going through this stuff's amazing.
Well, this better not be just there better be more. I know they said there is more. I know they're fighting to release more, but it's like now okay, now we know why we didn't go back to the moon. What else is the government hiding? What else is there?
Right.
You know.
Yeah, well, we know what's not there, and we talked about that tonight. And full disclosure, I didn't read them. You know, I haven't read all these files. There's no way I could have done it.
There's no way.
Yes, and
I can only do one, and I was skimming through some of them.
Yeah, and Connie went through a few of them, but they're hundreds of pages long. But I did have AI scour it and read it and tell me what's in there and what's not in there. So that's really what tonight's show, you know, the facts that I've said and read came from, you know, just some research and into just the basic facts.
The thing is, too, is like
what's in there and what's not in there.
I went to St. Louis and a friend of mine was there. He's already read through some of it, and he says, like, you have to really pay attention to some of these files because you can tell there's some small things that are like scattered, but you got to pay attention because people will just skim through it like what Connie did. There's so many of them. Like, I guess apparently when Apollo 17 came back, they reported straight to the Pentagon for debriefing. They didn't even announce they were back yet.
Right.
They just took them straight to the Pentagon.
Yeah, like, right. No, you got to go talk to us about what the fuck flew over your fucking spaceship and all that shit.
Right.
So there was something about somebody used a radio to contact one of the beings on one of the pilots of the ship.
Yeah,
it's like,
I done that earlier. I gave a little rundown on what was
That's
said.
the most really kind of alien contact that's in there for the most part.
In the first one, yeah. I don't know about the rest of them. So
the things that we wanted, though, like reptiles and the president meeting with the aliens and forming and having a treaty and those and just little green men in general are not in there. They're not in there. There's no alien proof. All there is proof of is there's lights and things flying around in the sky, and they don't know what the hell they are, and neither do we.
They didn't have the one that was over. Was it the White House or the Pentagon? Where they had all the UFO aliens.
That famous picture from
the
White House,
black and white one. Yeah, it was the White House. I remember that. If that was real,
right. I didn't see it in that first file.
It's funny that we all have seen it, though. Yeah.
Right.
Well, my big thing too is what one of the things I was hoping for these files. I was like, okay, because I was pissed off on how shitty the Epstein files were handled. If these files really wanted to be legit, I've said since day one, it's got to come out swinging. Have a picture of an alien, talk about Roswell, for example, because they're hiding shit about Roswell in these files.
Right.
And they literally, I haven't seen it. It hasn't been announced yet, but literally nothing about Roswell. No, like, are you fucking shitting me? You guys literally came out and said we captured a flying saucer, and then it turned into it was a weather balloon.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
Well, we'll be watching every time files are released, and every time they release another chunk, we'll go live that night and talk about it and see what's in there and dive into it. And we're going to keep on top of this. So, but this was our, victory lap also, and we're taking our flowers. And thank you very much. Welcome to Weird Frequencies.
We are the weird, and we're on top of it.
It doesn't get much weirder than this.
And as Rob says, we're on a list.
The government approved the fact that, UFOs are now legit. They're not like they're not real. That's now their take on it is they're real, and we don't know what the hell they are. So that's pretty cool. Pretty historic day. I'm pretty excited. I've been thinking about it all day and freaking out about it.
It's not the disclosure people wanted. They wanted to have like an alien march down on street, but like I said,
we wanted some alien. And how about alien autopsies? None of those.
Right.
Of those. So maybe who knows? Maybe none of that was real and just didn't exist. So maybe it was a big fantasy and it was all special effects and people
in
suits. Yeah, a bunch of lies. Who knows? But I think we're finding out a little bit at a time, and that's cool. That's better than nothing, I guess. They're all going down in tubes because of the Epstein files, so they got to give us something to keep us entertained. So this was pretty cool of them.
I don't know.
They're like, oh shit, we're all screwed. Give them the alien files real quick. But anyway,
we got the names and everything from the Epstein files, and they even had Hillary and Bill up there, and Hillary lied through her teeth. It's not really the rest of the files I'm wanting. It's prosecution.
Yes.
And trials.
Right.
Like, I don't care
anything.
I don't care who they are. I don't care if you're Hillary Clinton. I don't care if you're Joe Biden. I don't care if you're Donald Trump. If you are named in these files and you are possibly being named as doing something nefarious, you deserve your day in court.
Yes. That's what I want. I'm not worried about the rest of the
figure out
files.
who all that's named in those files, whether they did do something wrong or didn't do something wrong.
Well, that's why they
I think everybody's in there. I just got a feeling everybody's in there, and it's just all we're just gonna have to have a big reset. I don't know, man. It's wild. What are we gonna do? Just let them just fuck it. Just let these crazy fucking blood-sucking psychopaths just go ahead and run the world. No big deal. We're cool. We'll just kick back.
What was it they said? They were like, "Oh, if we arrested everybody, the system would collapse." Fuck it.
Yeah,
let it collapse.
It needs to be.
We're cool with the reset.
Start over.
Click. But who knows, man. So next week on the show, that's pretty much the aliens for tonight and the UFO files. Thanks for joining us. If you're late, go back and watch or go back and listen to it on Spotify or on Apple Music or on Amazon Music. So you can listen to it on all three of those later if you missed the beginning where we, broke down the files and Connie tells some stories of what she read in there. So yeah, check it out. But next week on the show, we got Bubba is doing a special report on
Sunday or next week.
No, on Sunday, right?
This coming Sunday.
Uh-huh. All right. No, 3 Sundays from now.
You said next week, so.
Well, I meant Sunday. Anyway, Sunday. Bubba's got a special report on the Ropa stones, right?
Yes.
Ropa stones, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know what that is, you'll have to tune in Sunday night. Then also Nick is possibly doing a special report on religion and the UAPs and how he feels his take on what they are, basically, and how it's tied into religion. It's going to be interesting. It should be cool. And then also, we're going to do a test. I'm going to do a test on all of you guys. It's going to be, so we have to show up for the show a little early because I'm going to give you guys a test. I might give you
good at tests.
Yeah, so you have to show up early for the show, and I'm going to give you a test before the show, and then during the show we're going to talk about the results. But
okay,
it's going to be a test about the Mandela effect. We're going to talk about the Mandela effect and how it's going crazy right now, and you all know what it is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're just going to give everyone a little test, and we're going to find out what's real and what's not real next week. So, have you heard about Ed McMahon, Connie?
Yeah, the Publishers Clearinghouse.
Yeah. What's up with that? Do you remember Ed McMahon with them big fat checks?
I remember Ed McMahon doing it, but I don't know if it was. There were 2 of them. There was a Publishers Clearinghouse, and then there was another one.
They claim he never had the big fat check, so that's
he
doesn't remember doing that at all. And I remember those checks; they were like the size of a mattress.
Right,
did they
were
really
huge.
hand those out, or did they just do that?
Yeah, he'd show up at their door
for
and
the commercial.
I mean,
balloons
either way,
and all
it
kinds
looked
of
like
stuff.
he was there. Yeah, balloons, the whole neighborhood would be there.
Right.
There'd be some lady in her house robe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I remember that, and he claims that he doesn't remember doing any of that.
I wonder how many times one of them ladies answered the door was naked.
But
she's
anyway,
covered up with the check.
We're going to dive into that conspiracy next week a little bit and just see,
that'll be fun.
Just do a little test and see what people really remember and what they don't remember.
As long as it's on a day I'm off of work, I'm down.
Mm-hmm. If we can't do it next week, we do it next week, something like that. We'll figure it out.
I'm sadly getting ready to go to night shift soon.
Yeah,
yeah, I'm not looking forward to it either.
You keep things alive, Tyler.
I try.
The stream just freaked out. That was weird. What does that mean? You're going to the night shift?
It means I won't be. I'll be working nights, which means I won't be available on certain days. Unfortunately. Yeah, that thing.
Huh. I got you.
What is it, like every other week?
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in and
on this
Rogue What's Rogue saying here? Rogosaurus.
Rogosaurus. I like that
Says
name.
interesting historical documents. Trump's battling dementia. He said all kinds of stuff. Sorry, we missed this. No, the president knows everything. Yeah, I don't think so, buddy. Maybe.
Mike
The
says
figurehead.
I said,
Yeah. The Mune. Feel like it's probably weird out there, to be honest. Yeah, everything is weird out there right now. Right on. Sorry we missed that stuff, but anyway, welcome to the show. And also Rick Chaos. What's up, homie? I like the alien. Welcome to the show. And thanks for watching, everybody. And if you missed, all the talk about the alien files, just go listen to the podcast. Check it out. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you Sunday night, 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. Sunday nights now. That's the deal. So get your headphones out and, get creepy with us on Sunday nights. There you go. Cool. All right. See you guys later.
Bye, guys.
Later.
Sorry the UFO files weren't, what maybe you're hoping and what maybe all the other podcasters are telling you, but we tell you the truth on here. So there you go. Yeah. Have a good night. Stay weird and stuff. Peace out.